season standings updates, game result, and the game schedule for tomorrow. For the game result, in the first game, the Oklahoma City Thunder got their 4-game winning streak after defeating the New York Knicks, with a score of 103-100. Chet Holmgren was the top scorer for the Oklahoma City Thunder with 28 points, followed by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander scored 26 points, and Luguentz Dort added 16 points. Karl Anthony Towns was the top scorer for the New York Knicks with a double-double performance of 17 points and 17 rebounds. In the second game, the Philadelphia 76ers snapped their 2-game losing streak after defeating the Utah Jazz with a score of 106-102. Tyrese Maxey was the top scorer for the Philadelphia 76ers with 25 points, followed by Jabari Walker made a double-double performance of 22 points and 10 rebounds, and Quentin Grimes added 16 points. Keontae George was the top scorer for the Utah Jazz with 30 points. In the third game, the Charlotte Hornets got their 6-game winning streak after defeating the Boston Celtics, with a score of 118-89. Con Newpel was the top scorer for the Charlotte Hornets with 20 points, followed by Brandon Miller and LaMelo Ball scored 18 points each. Derek White was the top scorer for the Boston Celtics with 29 points. The Portland Trail Blazers snapped their 2-game losing streak after defeating the Memphis Grizzlies, with a score of 122-114. Drew Holiday was the top scorer for the Portland Trail Blazers with a double-double performance of 35 points and 11 assists, followed by Jeremy Grant scored 30 points, and Robert Williams made a double-double performance of 20 points and 11 rebounds. Jalen Wells was the top scorer for the Memphis Grizzlies with 24 points. The Atlanta Hawks got their 6-game winning streak after defeating the Milwaukee Bucks, with a score of 131-113. Nickeil Alexander-Walker was the top scorer for the Atlanta Hawks with 23 points, followed by Onyeka Okongwu scored 21 points, and Jalen Johnson added 20 points and 9 assists. Giannis Antetokounmpo was the top scorer for the Milwaukee Bucks with 24 points. In the last game, the LA Clippers got their 3-game winning streak after defeating the Indiana Pacers, with a score of 130-107. Kawhi Leonard was the top scorer for the LA Clippers with 29 points, followed by Benedict Mathurin scored 23 points, and Brook Lopez added 17 points. Pascal Siakam was the top scorer for the Indiana Pacers with 29 points. And here are the NBA regular season standings updates. For the Eastern Conference standings, the number 1 in the Eastern Conference standings is Detroit Pistons, with a record of 45 wins and 15 losses. The number 2 is Boston Celtics, with a record of 41 wins and 21 losses. The number 3 is New York Knicks, with a record of 40 wins and 23 losses. The number 4 is Cleveland Cavaliers, with a record of 39 wins and 24 losses. The number 5 is Toronto Raptors, with a record of 35 wins and 26 losses. The number 6 is Philadelphia 76ers, with a record of 34 wins and 28 losses. The number 7 is Orlando Magic, with a record of 32 wins and 28 losses. The number 8 is Miami Heat, with a record of 33 wins and 29 losses. The number 9 is Charlotte Hornets, with a record of 32 wins and 31 losses. The number 10 is Atlanta Hawks, with a record of 32 wins and 31 losses. The number 11 is Milwaukee Bucks, with a record of 26 wins and 35 losses. The number 12 is Chicago Bulls, with a record of 25 wins and 37 losses. The number 13 is Washington Wizards, with a record of 16 wins and 45 losses. The number 14 is Brooklyn Nets, with a record of 15 wins and 46 losses. The number 15 is Indiana Pacers, with a record of 15 wins and 47 losses. For the Western Conference standings updates, the number 1 in the Western Conference standings is Oklahoma City Thunder, with a record of 49 wins and 15 losses. The number 2 is San Antonio Spurs, with a record of 44 wins and 17 losses. The number 3 is Houston Rockets, with a record of 38 wins and 22 losses. The number 4 is Minnesota Timberwolves, with a record of 39 wins and 23 losses. The number 5 is Denver Nuggets, with a record of 38 wins and 24 losses. The number 6 is Los Angeles Lakers, with a record of 37 wins and 24 losses. The number 7 is Phoenix Suns, with a record of 35 wins and 26 losses. The number 8 is Golden State Warriors, with a record of 31 wins and 30 losses. The number 9 is LA Clippers, with a record of 30 wins and 31 losses. The number 10 is Portland Trail Blazers, with a record of 30 wins and 33 losses. The number 11 is Memphis Grizzlies, with a record of 23 wins and 38 losses. The number 12 is Dallas Mavericks, with a record of 21 wins and 40 losses. The number 13 is New Orleans Pelicans, with a record of 19 wins and 44 losses. The number 14 is Utah Jazz, with a record of 18 wins and 44 losses. The number 15 is Sacramento Kings, with a record of 14 wins and 49 losses. And here are the games scheduled for tomorrow, March 6, Friday morning. In the first game, at 8 a.m. Orlando Magic vs. Dallas Mavericks, and Washington Wizards vs. Utah Jazz. At 8:30 a.m., Houston Rockets vs. Golden State Warriors, and Miami Heat vs. Brooklyn Nets. At 9 a.m., Minnesota Timberwolves vs. Toronto Raptors, and San Antonio Spurs vs. Detroit Pistons. At 10 a.m., Phoenix Suns vs. Chicago Bulls. In the last game, at 11 a.m., Sacramento Kings vs. New Orleans Pelicans, and Denver Nuggets vs. Los Angeles Lakers.